Hi, thanks for joining me in Wilderness with Amani. I'm back at Lake Tahoe, and there's just a window in between bad weather, and I figured if I'm going to come up and try to fish a shallow beach, today's as good a time as any. I had 3 beaches in mind. I was going to drive around back towards Camp Richardson, but I came to Nevada Beach, right near the state line. I almost turned around 3 times on the way here today because I hit heavy rain when I was just coming out of Reno. But when I got up here, it's pretty nice. It's pretty clear. And it's not going to be like this after next week because it's going to snow like 5 days next week. So today's a good day to go out and try this shallow beach. I know I'm going to cast out, and I know it's going to be really shallow. So normally I'd cast out and go, no way, but I want to see what's possible. So sometimes to do that, you just got to go out when it's in the 20s and cast out and hope something swims along and finds my bait. I'm going to walk in through the campground. It's nice. I don't need snowshoes. And I should be able to sit out there and fish all day. In the mid-20s right now, it's not too bad. It's going to almost get up to the 40s today. It's going to like a high of 38. So it's perfect soaking bait in Lake Tahoe weather. So let's go see if we can get some of that done right now. So I'm really not sure where to go. A lot of these beaches are super shallow, so I don't know. Here's the moment of truth. I got shorter leaders. This one's only about 2.5 feet long, but I'm going to shorten it depending on how deep it is. And we'll see. I got fresh new line on my reel. Okay, that didn't even register on the sink rate. I'm going to go down to the end of the beach, see what's up down there. It looks like it's going to be shallow wherever I go. But I need to try this either way. If it's really shallow, I might just do a night crawler on the bottom. I'm thinking that my best chance at something a little deeper is going to be at that edge of the beach. Now, I'm completely basing that on nothing. Zero factual information. With that said, here I go anyway. I moved down towards this thing and it's a 4 count. And that's going to be plenty deep for what I'm trying to do. And I think I can get a fish in a 4 count. So let me get set up. I'm going to do one more test cast down here and then I'm going to lock it in. So we're out there. I mean, it's about a 4 count. And it's as cold as it is, that should be enough. I just don't know. And that's why the only way I'm going to know if these beach situations are going to work out is if I spend the time coming out here and soaking bait. I said I wanted to do it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm fishing a night crawler on the bottom. I usually inflate them. And you can see all the particulars of how I rig up on my fishing tips playlist down to the specific types of hooks I use for different baits. I'm just soaking a night crawler on the bottom and power bait. I'm probably going to shorten my power bait leader to like this much because they can really smell that. It'll be up off the clean bottom. They can pick it up and run. I left it as it was with the 2.5 foot leader for the first cast. The night crawler, I'm going to shorten the leader up to really short so I can cast farther. The shorter your leaders are, the farther you can cast, especially with the night crawler. And with that, I'm just going to leave it on the bottom for now. But throughout the day, I'll inflate it. I'll put it down. My experience is with a night crawler sitting on the bottom, a clean, sandy bottom like this, bigger trout will hit it with less suspicion. Whether it's inflated or not makes a difference. But in some situations with a rocky bottom or a situation where there's crawdads, then you want to have it floating off the bottom because if I was trying to fish this in the bottom where it's rocky at all, the crawdads would get it before a trout could. But here, I think I'm going to be able to soak it out there all day. I hope the next time I turn this on isn't when the sun's going down and I'm telling you Well, I got skunked because it's too shallow here, I think. So we'll see how it turns out. Perfect flat rock to put on the backside of my rod holder. Because even though the sand's frozen, it's not gonna be that secure. So putting flat rocks like these around it will save your pole if I'm sleeping or something and I hook something big. I'm no weatherman, but that doesn't look good. Yeah, it's starting to snow just a little bit. And now it's just straight up legit snowing. So I'm hoping the snow stops. Don't think this will be an all-day thing. I think it's just the residual stuff left over from the last system. I'm about a half hour in on this snow dumping. About an hour and a half in on this snow, and it does not look like it's gonna stop. I'm just sitting under a tree. I'm still getting snowed on pretty good though. This is what it looks like when you're sitting under dumping snow under a tarp, watching your fishing poles, sitting on a picnic table on a Lake Tahoe beach. I hope that's it. It's been snowing hard for like 2 hours. I've been just hiding under my tarp. Power bait. Dropped it. He dropped it. He picked it up. He picked it up. He's going. I got him. Woo! He jumped out there. I put on a bigger sinker. I got like a 5/8 sinker. I was way out there. Woo! Okay. Okay. So, if I can catch fish like this off this beach, where I can just walk up and cast out and not have to battle crazy terrain, I'm gonna do it. By all means. This isn't a huge trout. It's not gonna end my day. But I can eat this fish for dinner for sure. See what we got? Woo, that's a good fish for eating. If anyone's wondering if fish are cruising through this shallow water, obviously they are. That's a nice, 14-inch fat rainbow that's gonna have really pink meat. And we are on the board. So yeah, I switched to like a 5/8 ounce, a little bit bigger than the 1/2 ounce, and I just had a couple of them on me just in case, and I really whipped this one out there, and my leader's down to about a foot because it's shallow. And as soon as I whipped it as far as I could out there, I got a bite within 5 minutes because it's about a 4 or 5 count out there, but if that's close enough to like the 7 count, then they'll smell it and come over. So I guess that's what happened there. And I'm just whipping it out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's on the bottom. It's so nice fishing out here because the featureless bottom, there's no trees in the water, there's no logs, it's just clean sand with nothing. Until the sun melts that'll do for a while. Keep my fish fresh. It's on my night crawler. Night crawler on the bottom. He dropped it, he picked it up. Now he's going, And this is a better fish. This is a better fish. This is gonna end the day. I'm blown away by this. By the success I'm having on this shallow beach. Everything I thought I knew about fishing shore in Lake Tahoe has now changed. I thought I knew fishing Lake Tahoe from the shore. I didn't know it at all. Because I'm fishing really shallow Nevada beach and I got a big one. Probably could have let that first fish go, but you never know. This fish isn't huge, but it's nice. And it's shallow, so you put that big crawler on the bottom And these fish are cruising by. They can just pick it up. And this is a short leader, which doesn't matter because it wasn't floating. Wow, look at this fish. It's bigger than I thought. That's why I'm taking my time. I got a 6-pound leader, short leader, and the bigger hook and the bigger sinker. Got him. And that is a beauty of a fish, and I am done because I can't eat more fish than this. Look at that thing. We'll have a lineup today, but look how big that rainbow is I just caught off Nevada Beach. I'm reeling in all of my lines because I don't need more than this. This is absolutely all the fish that I possibly could need. I mean, that big one's gonna feed me. I'm gonna be eating fish for the next week. So if I didn't keep that little one, I would have been okay. I'm gonna try to give some to one of my neighbors, I think, because this is gonna be so much fish. So that big one's right at about just shy of 23 inches. And it's got the dimensions of a salmon. And then the little guy, that would have been a good meal. He's 15 inches. But this 23-incher, that is a beast of a rainbow, man. Look at that thing. I'm definitely gonna have to knock on someone's door and see if they want some fish. And I'll scatter these rocks back up in the bushes and stuff where I found them, so they're not just sitting on the beach. And that way when people are just walking down the beach, they don't run into my rocks. And I tried to get as far down the edge of the beach as I could, because people always are going to show up on the beach, even in the winter. You'll be walking their dogs and stuff. And by getting as far as I could down away from the main beach, that way I don't interfere with anybody else's joy. And I'm not exaggerating when I say, when I first cast it out and I said, okay, I'm going to stick this out because I got to know if it's going to work, I thought I had a better chance of a real live Sasquatch walking out of the forest and patting me on the back and going, dude, you gotta find a better spot, buddy. This is no good. But they're here. They're cruising right through this shallow water. And my trick was I put that big sinker, the next size up from a 1/2 ounce, it's like 5/8, I think, and just whipped it as far out as I could. And I think I got to the edge of where the deeper water might have been. I don't know, maybe they're cruising right through the shallow stuff. I have no idea. All I know is I came out here and battled with some heavy snowfall, and I got over. And I thought I knew about fishing Lake Tahoe. Everything I thought I knew about fishing Lake Tahoe has changed this year. I had success off those deeper spots because I thought that's what I had to have. But it's winter time, man. It's February, it's snow. And the big fish are here. I just caught a 23-inch rainbow. So that looked like a salmon. So I'm gonna be hitting these. I haven't been hitting the shallow beaches like I said I was going to as much because I've been trying to get in the rivers while they're clear. But it's gonna snow heavy for like a lot of next week. And we're gonna get back out. We're gonna get back up here and we're gonna fish some shallow beaches and we're gonna see what is up. I'm gonna have scales growing on me by the time I eat all of those fish. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani at beautiful Nevada Beach. Until next time.